So while I'm on this walk, I thought about something. Come close. Listen to me clearly. If you can. You can't? I bet. So one thing about the fire service, it was a misconception of mine, or it's really a misconception of many people, is they think that we're doing all kind of communicating on the fire ground. During these fires, we have breathing apparatuses on. Not like this one, but kind of like this one, except it's feeding us air. When we breathe, it feeds us air. It does do the Darth Vader effect, where you can't really hear, it gets loud. But I'm recording this video to kind of let people know, maybe you're interested in becoming a firefighter, about to start academy soon, or maybe you already are a firefighter and you haven't made many fires. Well, you have to learn to do your job for one. One of the reasons why we train is because communication is very difficult when you're in a roaring fire. So one of the reasons we train and everybody knows their job and is able to do their job is for that reason. When I got into the fire service, believe it or not, it's very funny. I had never seen an active fire or paid attention to the firefighters during that fire. I was involved in a house fire when I was younger. My family's house burned down, well, apartment burned. But even then, I only remember flashes of that. I don't remember the firefighters or anything like that. So when I became a firefighter, the whole breathing apparatus thing was a big shock to me. Not only did I have to kind of cut my beard, but I had to learn, okay, you got all this endurance when your oxygen is not deprived of you. You're an athlete when your oxygen is not deprived of you. But how can you function when you're limited on your air intake, the way our breathing apparatuses do for us? So I'm kind of making this video, not for one, so you can kind of hear how difficult it is to be heard. And for two, if you don't have a training elevation mask, or if you're not doing breath work, breathing exercises, or things that are going to help you control your breathing in any situation, you probably should start. So one thing that I really do need to say, because I hate to see it, when you put this mask on and you go to do a workout, you should be doing steady state cardio, not anything that's too intense that's going to get your heart rate too high. Something steady, keeps you in like a blue zone, a zone 2. You should not be doing super high intensity cardio or anything like that. Because in that event, your body needs that turnover. Your body needs that oxygen. It needs that oxygen exchange. So if you're doing more work than your lungs and heart can keep up with, that's not making you better as an athlete. It's not training your body to be more efficient with its oxygen either. You're only suffocating yourself. Do not do that. This is about breath work. This is about training your lungs. Not training the body to use oxygen a certain way. It's about training your lungs to take in more oxygen and to be on your command. So if you want to maximize how much air you pull in, that's going to make you an optimal athlete. Maximizing the amount of oxygen that you can pull in one breath at VO2 max. That's the reason I have this on. I recently had a physical, and my VO2 max was not where I wanted to be. I want my VO2 max to stay in the athletic range. I think muscle mass and VO2 max, and of course coordination, is a huge part of your quality of life as you age, as you get older. Are you able to do for yourself? Are you able to breathe? And are you coordinated? Do you keep yourself from falling? A lot of injuries happen for older folks when they fall. And all right, church, I won't keep y'all too much longer. The last thing I want to say, are you able to hear me now? You should be, if you've hung around this long, you can probably better understand me. That's another thing that training does. As firefighters, we have a limited vocabulary. Very quick with our words, very efficient, very precise. The first time that I went into a fire, I couldn't hear shit. I couldn't understand. I could hear everything. Couldn't understand the damn thing they were saying. But over time, as we did more and more fire training, more live fires, I began to know the commands. I began to know what commands would come when. So you somewhat train your ears. That's another reason why you should train. Train on air. Even if you do ordinary things on air, through the radio, you're training your ears to hear commands that they should be looking for. But that's about it, man. I'm hoping that this video helps somebody, whether you are going to academy, whether you are already a firefighter, or if you're just a civilian and you kind of want to know what it's like. I'm hoping that this video helps a lot, provides a lot of information. But that's it, man. Y'all be cool. Peace out.